Welcome to the first match of round 4 losers bracket. It is going to be between Placeholder on the bottom left side of the map with Etano Circus on Alder, Zinyu on Hydros and Kinaster on Vela against Team Grath. In the top right corner of the map we have Porkraven on Vex, Arkman on Hydros and Jaka on Alder. Let's take a look at their unit compositions. We see Zinyu going for a warp drone, Kinaster going for another warp drone and some purifiers, and Etano going for the third warp drone. Interestingly enough, this is the first match that I have seen in which a team goes without a red hero. And for Team Grath, we see Arkman going for one Shadow, one Sentinel, Jaka with an Engineer and a Juggernaut, and Porkraven with a Sentinel, as well as Exofiends. So, let's just start this game. As a quick reminder, this is the losers bracket and those teams are playing for their tournament lives. Whichever one loses this game is going to be eliminated from the tournament. So let's see what Team Grath wants to do. It looks like all three of them are in the middle of the map right now. Porkraven is going to contest Zinyu up here, and Jaka and Arkman are going to try and steal this camp, but Etano has managed to just kite them back in time. Nicely done there by Etano. Kinaster is in the middle of the map now as well, and let's see who is going to get those creeps. It looks like Zinyu will get the last hit on that and secure the first creep, but there is still a question of that one, and Team Grath manages to steal one creep from Placeholder there. Right now Porkraven is just retreating to his own easy camp, while Arkman and Jaka are doing pretty much the same, and we see Zinyu going for some critters here in the bottom right corner. Overall it was nicely done by Team Grath there. They have managed to steal one creep, and while it is not game changing, it can be a little bit of an advantage for them. Zinyu is now going for tech level 3. Kinaster tech level 2, I'm sorry, Kinaster going for tech level 2 as well, Etano doing the same, and I wouldn't expect anything else from Team Grath at this point. Jaka is going to want to get his Bramblethorn up and running, Arkman going for tech level 3, soon to be, I believe, because he wants those Aquadilos, and right now tech level 2 is finished for him, and he's going to start one Shadow. Porkraven already has tech level 2 and he's going to go for some Devilkins Dervishes. This has been his strategy all tournament long, staying on those Spitfires and Devilkins. Up in here we can see that this critter camp is already depleted, only one left, and Arkman is taking care of it, while down here Kinaster is trying to push Porkraven out of position, and he might manage to do so with his superior range. 30 seconds until the first Titan. They might want to push up here. Arkman is now just putting down a ward, making sure that he is not going to be flanked from down here. But it looks like they just want to retreat. 20 seconds until the first Titan fight. And none of those teams are actually just going for the middle at this point. They are still looking to farm a little bit more. Etano is now getting his first Bramblethorn. Jaka is a little bit ahead on his. Titan is now spawned, and we can actually see that Shadow is up and running, and I don't think that there is any detection at this point. We are going to see we have two Shadows in here, and those are going to be crucial for Team Grath in winning this Titan fight. Let's see how they want to do with them. Kinaster actually backs away a little bit, so nicely done from him. A little bit of intuition there with those Shadows. It looks like the red team is a little bit ahead, but watch out Kinaster there. Those Shadows can just obliterate his army, and he's going into a little bit of a choke. I believe we are going to see one. There it goes, and the red team really has to go down here. The second Shadow is popped, and Kinaster is going to lose quite a little bit of his army. In the meantime, Zinyu and Etano are not doing a bad job at trying to pick off some units there, but Kinaster lost his Zephyr, and that was an expensive unit. Careful with that Bramblethorn. Etano is most likely going to go down there, but the Bramblethorn survives. And in this engagement, the red team comes out ahead and they seal the deal with this first Titan. It will be interesting to see if they want to push with it or if they want to do some sort of a split push. It looks like the first option is what they have chosen, and this Titan, while it still is at half health, it is going to be able to take down those two towers fairly easily. I believe that the objective here for the red team is to inflict as much damage as possible and maybe try and pick off one of those bramble thorns, so Etano has to be careful with those. Titan is going fairly low right now, and I don't think that he is going to be able to get that tower. And down it goes. Two towers have been destroyed by the red team. 1 more minute until medium camps spawn, and it looks like Jaka and Arkman are going up here to secure that critter camp. Zinio might want to push in here. He is going to be contested by Porkraven, so he has to be careful. Now he has to back away, and in fact he might lose a few scuttle guards. One goes down already, but I think that's going to be it. Etano is here to reinforce. And with Etano and Zinio here, they have a good chance of taking down this tower, but I don't think it is going to be worth it just yet. Porkraven is going for tech level 3. Zinio is now starting his own Aquadillo, while Etano is getting attack damage upgrades. Arkman going for defensive upgrades, and Jaka is going to go for 3 Bramblethorns. 1 is still in production, while 2 are on the map, as well as an engineer. Kinaster is just rebuilding what he has lost in during the first Titan fight, and medium camps are here. The red team is actually on the spot right here. Nicely done by them, but Zinio, Etano and Kinaster are going up here to get their own medium camps. Careful with those shadows. Would be good to have a sentinel from a placeholder at this point, but this camp is already dead, and the red team is moving in, and with those shadows they might be able to pick something off in here. Nice heal there from Arkman on that shadow, not letting it go down, but it might seem like the blue team did manage to escape. Careful with that Bramblethorn down there, you don't want to lose it. Zinio goes down in that engagement. However, he manages to escape with his Aquadillo, which was the really important unit there. You don't want to lose an Aquadillo at minute 7. And we see that those critters have respawned as well. However, they still have their safe inside their base medium camps to take, and Kinaster is doing just that with the support of 2 Aquadillos. And up here, Arkman is going for this medium camp, while Porkraven is going to get the other one. And we see here that those Bramblethorns up here from Etano, he is going to focus down this camp. Nicely spotted. This Iron Cannon will not be able to do much damage at all. Zinio going down to clear his medium camp as well. And Etano has supremacy over this side of the map at this point, but it looks like he does not want to linger for all that long. We see 1 Scuttle Guard in here, just nipping away at the tower, not going to be able to do all that much. Zinio getting his 3rd Aquadillo, and he has 1 Ice Frog ready with the 2nd one on the way. So Zinio is going to have a full army there. Let's check what Arkman is doing. He got his Aquadillo right now, but this is pretty much a Scuttleguard army at that point. Porkraven is going to go for Apocalypse and self-fulfilling prophecy there, as well as ability power level 1. So Porkraven is going to be quite effective with those Apocalypse. They are trying to snipe this Sentinel, but it looks like it is going to escape indeed. And with this Sentinel present, unless the red team manages to snipe it, those shadows will not get anywhere near. We see that the red team is now preparing for the 2nd Titan fight. They are already sieging up in the middle. Titans have now spawned. Kinaster is a little bit late to the party, but it should not affect this engagement all that much. They are going to be lacking a little bit of DPS. Nice Ice Frog from Zinio there. He does not want to move forward with his Aquadillos just yet. Kinaster is here right now, and it looks like the blue team does have an advantage on DPS, but those shadows, as I said, with that sentinel there, they don't have a chance to get near. Careful there with those shadows, even though there it goes, one is going off, still being kept alive by Arkman, incredibly done by him. And it looks like the blue team is actually focusing down the Titan. The one Bramblethorn goes down, and we see Zinio still has 2 Aquadillos left, but his Ice Frogs have died. One Aquadillo is left alive, and this one is going to go down as well. So Zinio losing quite a lot there. I don't think that that was worth it for just this Titan that most probably is just going to get 1 tower. Zinio losing his entire army in that engagement. Kinaster might be able to snipe Jaka here, but it looks like he might be able to escape. Yeah, a few more shots and I would have done the job. But the Titan is only going to get 1 tower, and Itano lost his Bramblethorns. Zinio lost his entire army at that point in that engagement, and the red team is currently ahead in army by quite a margin there. And let's check the income. Income is dead even, but that engagement has cost Placeholder quite a lot. And as we can see, we are still more than 1 minute away from the hard camps. Kinaster is trying to take down these Bramblethorns, but they are quite durable, and it's going to be hard for Kinaster to pick them off. Physical resist coming up as well for Jaka at this point, and he's going to get his trebuchet. Let's check what Placeholder is doing. Kinaster is just getting some upgrades. Itano is now rebuilding his Bramblethorns, while Zinio did get his 2 Ice Frogs back, and he does have 2 Aquadillos in production as well as a Warp Drone. So they might try to go for a little bit of a backdoor during the next Titan fight. We'll see how they want to handle this. 1 more minute until hard camp spawn, and going down into the red camp, we see that Porkraven is now having 3 Apocalypes. He's adding Ember Fiends, and that is actually going to be his last Ember Fiend. 2 Ember Fiends, 3 Apocalypes, and 4 Devilkins on the map already. That is a maxed red army from Porkraven there. And we see that Jaka is not currently producing anything, while Arkman is just trying to get back his army that is now currently producing 1 Ice Frog. He's only missing 1 Aquadillo at this point. The red team is now sieging up this location. We can see that an iron cannon is going down here and actually manages to take down that tower. Zinio is going to push in here with his Aquadillos and Ice Frogs. That tower will not last long, but it is only Kinaster here to defend. And medium camps have spawned at this point with those destructive prophecies. That camp is just going to melt. Kinaster is trying to do a good job of just sniping things. He can use the Zephyr ability to back away and push those forces back, but it looks like he manages to do just that. Itano is all alone with 3 Bramblethorns down here, and he does not have any unit that can attack air. Kinaster is trying to defend down here, but that tower is going to go down, and while he's doing a good job at holding back these forces, it is not going to be enough if red team would choose to pursue here. We also see that Arkman has come down to try and stop this this aggressive attack from Placeholder there. Zinio is going to go for attack damage level 2 and physical resistance level 2 as well, while Itano getting his warp drone. Let's check what Kinaster is going to do. He is just currently building Zephyrs as well as the Carry the Wind upgrade. They still have this camp that is inside their base, which is going to be easy to take, but again, Kinaster is the only one that can shoot air in this team composition, so they have to wait for him in order to take down those flying units. The red team down here, they are starting to siege up the middle. They want the next Titan fight, and they want to be sure that they are going to get it. We see an iron cannon being built in range of only 1 tower, but it is going to do a good job if the Titan fight is going to come in time here. Looks like Kinaster wants to go down there and snipe that iron cannon, but he might have a little bit of a surprise. Porkraven instead is going to retreat for the Titan fight. He could have caught Kinaster out of position there. Etano is here already. Zinio is making his way up. But careful now, Jaka has one battle horn at his disposal, and with that root and those destructive prophecies, Zinio's army is taking quite a little bit of damage. That battle horn is surrounded and is going to go down, but more destructive prophecies are going down. Zinio is going to pop his ultimate there to stay alive, and Porkraven with his ultimate again. We see Etano up top is trying to do something with those bramble thorns. We see an ultimate from Jaka there. Zinio goes down. He only has 2 more Aquadilos. That is going to be an ultimate from Arkman there. And again, the red team is ahead at this point of the game. That warp drone did not have to be in the middle of the map. So that was a little bit of a misclick. Kinaster is the only one remaining up here. Etano went down to heal. The Titan half fight has been lost by Placeholder, and this is going to be a little bit tricky to hold. We see Jaka is now advancing along with Arkman and their Titan, while Porkraven is going to go for this medium camp. That was a nice split from them, and it looks like they're going to just leave the Titan to do his work on this warp spire. Let's see where they want to go. They have built an ion cannon fairly close to the Placeholder base, and they are going to go around and try and snipe some more towers. That warp spire is going to go down, and the Titan is doing some work on this healing generator. As we can see here, Arkman has cleared out the other medium camp, so they are now ahead in resources by 1000. That is not a small lead at this point of the game, and it can mean a lot, especially now that they have the army lead as well. So let's check out. We see that the army lead is getting more and more dangerous for a team Placeholder there. They have to rebuild, and they have to do it quick, and the upgrades are in favor of Team Grath as well. Zinio is now currently building his warp drone, 2 ice frogs and 1 aquadillo. This iron cannon is still doing some damage, and it might take down that healing generator, but it just expires before it can do just that. Kinaster is going to go for ability power level 2. Arkman with those heavy upgrades, attack damage and physical resist level 3. Jaka is now rebuilding his bramblethorns, while Porkraven has not really lost I believe anything during that engagement. He still has 3 Apocalypes and 3 Ember Fiends along with 4 Devilkins, so it is going to be difficult for him, or rather for his opponents to ambush this force. We see Porkraven is now clearing those aerial units, and we actually have a few warp drones there. There is one, and there is another. I believe that Zinio is the only one that still has to take his warp drone all the way across the map to try and make a backdoor happen. Careful there, Zinio. I don't want to lose your hero right now. Manages to stay alive with that heal just barely. And we see that he's going to go for Aquadillo and 1 Quadrupus. Etano is making 1 Baton Horn and attack damage level 3, interestingly enough. Advanced Trajectory and 1 Sentinel are queued up as well. Now we see Arkman and Jaka are now in the middle of the map. They are reunited with Porkraven, and I believe that they are going to get ready for the next Titan fight at this point. Porkraven is going down to heal, while Arkman is looking to ambush anyone that might try and come this way. You see nice sentinel placement there by Team Placeholder, and we can also see that Team Grath is doing pretty much the same with their sentinels. This one is a little bit forward down here. We also see 1 ward going down, and the blue team is right now just waiting to start their back door. Jaka and Arkman are now going to destroy this tower here, but something has to rub them the wrong way. They do not see the blue team anywhere near, and as we can see here, Porkraven is now going to go back. Kinaster and Etano are already here. Zinio only now comes up, but those destructive prophecies on Kinaster's force are going to do a lot there. Zinio is going to pop his ultimate to stay alive. Those heat waves are doing some work as well. It is going to be a close one. The archive is getting pretty low at this point, and that battle horn actually manages to push Zinio away. I believe that was an incredibly good move from them, but actually Team Placeholder is going to take this game with a successful backdoor. Nicely done by them. They were incredibly behind, and so Team Grath is going to be eliminated from the tournament. Team Placeholder is going to advance to round 5 losers bracket.